Hajara nageze nikuzina ahubwo
wageze
ikuzimu nagezeyo ngarutse usanga rero sinabasha kureba ndanatuye yarapfuye ntabwo utavuze cyane ntabwo ushobora
Have you ever wondered what it would look like having a life without a face? We found a woman living in one of the isolated villages, having no face, no eyes, no nose. She breathes from the mouth. She says she went to hell and came back. Meet our grandma Amina, who shocked the world. She goes by the name Amina. It requires maximum attention when listening to her due to the disability she was born with. She was born a year before the end of the Second World War. That was in 1944. It means she's a 76-year-old woman. She was born in this village, where she also spent the rest of her life. I was born this way. When I was a baby, parents tried everything they could, but they could not change anything. I had kind of tumors that kept on growing, hence covering the face and closed, and doctors had to cut them off, but still the face remained this way. By when I would be walking by, on the streets people would laugh at me. They would get scared of seeing such a person who had no face, and they think I'm a wild beast. They always run away from me, but I'm just a person like them. I remember it was even very hard by when I was about to be baptized by the priest. He saw me and was like, "Oh my God, what is this?" He said, "Let your will be done," and later baptized me, but he was so terrified. It was a difficult life that this old woman experienced since the day she stepped into this world up to date. Eating, drinking and breathing all takes place in one organ, the mouth, because she was born without a nose. And in addition, she has hearing problems, plus having no eyes. And surprisingly, she manages to breathe in and out without a nose. He who has a nose breathes from the nose and mouth, and I have no nose, so I breathe from the mouth. If God provides me with what to eat, I eat. If not, you can imagine what happens next. You know it's written, "Look at the birds of the air, for they neither sow nor reap, nor gather into barns. Yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? Therefore I do not worry, saying, what shall I eat, or what shall I drink? For the heavenly Father knows what I need. I live by His grace." It's a life story full of wonders. This woman learned that she cannot change anything about his life, but learned to cope with it. During her life, it was like a miracle unfolding to her when she finally got married, because she had in mind that she was different to other people. She never had the marriage project in her head. When I got married, I would not believe it was real. My husband came from heaven. He came, then proposed me. I would not deny that proposal. Of course, then we got married. I had lost hope. I would judge myself. I had kind of inferiority complex that would let me feel lonely due to my disability. But other girls would make sure I'm not alone. They would come closer to me and be by my side. But later, out of nowhere, the husband came and we got married.
icyo gihe nyine naza nari mfite nka 30.
I had like 30 years by when I got married, and God blessed us with 2 children, but unfortunately, we got divorced and part ways with the husband. After some years, we got some misunderstandings between us that ended up separating me and him, hence going back home, and he married someone else. The breakup was not started by my look, because we fell in love when I had this disability. There was lack of commitment that brought conflict and arguing, and we ended up parting ways. She has speaking difficulties and says it all started in the mid-70s, whereby she suffered a serious disease that nearly took her life away. She admits that she almost went to hell and came back. When returning, she had lost the ability to hear and speak fluently. And now, talking to her requires sitting so close to her and speaking louder. This is how she explains the whole story.
ubwo navuye hariya nyine aho kuri uwo mugabo hahita haza indwara z'izindi.
After divorcing with the husband, I was caught by a terrible disease that folded my legs and had me faint for a couple of months. Only that God is the one who decides. This leg of mine became disabled from that day up to now. This disease took me deep down to hell, but God would not accept this, and He brought me back to life, back to reality. This woman is a Muslim. She believes in Allah and of course follows all pillars of Islam, and one of them is praying 5 times a day, which she can't resist to do. But when going to the mosque, it's not easy for her because she needs another person who holds the hand and guide her because she does not see. Here, she was showing us how she prepares herself to pray and then prays. I like praying even when I'm sick. I make sure I pray. I think I must have forgotten to pray. Is it noon? Not yet, they replied. I don't see at all. I face difficulties when walking alone because I hit the walls and take some wrong turns. When I don't have someone holding my hand, I can't risk my life going somewhere without a caretaker. Even moving around here alone is a big mistake. This old woman raised me up. She was very helpful to my entire life. That without her, I think I would have died. She did many things for me, so I call her sweetheart as a way of honoring her. To me, she is my mother. Call me Abdurrahman. I was born in 1986. I grew up finding this woman here, but she lives her life very difficult. She barely affords her daily meal, and going to a mosque is very difficult for her. The mosque is located very far from here. Without a caretaker, she cannot bother leave the house. She once went alone and hit something and fainted. We went and brought her back. It was very sad. I have blood pressure and I always go to the hospital for checkup. I wish that you could always come back and check on me, visit me more often. But to be honest, I can't afford getting food. Why? Because 1, I'm disabled. 2, I'm very old. 3, I have no job. You can help me survive my remaining days. I usually eat bananas, rice and cassava. But whenever I'm lucky to have food, I cook and make sure my food is so soft that I can manage to chew. But most of the times, I spend days without having what to eat, and I need your support. The purpose of life is to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, and to have it make some differences that she lived and lived well. While we focus a lot on self-improvement, living a happy and fulfilling life includes being part of a close-knit community where you can share, help, and support other people. Thank you for watching. I'm Elijah. This is Afromax English. Remember to subscribe.